Mihai Marinescu, congratulations on your pole position, your second of the year. Important for you to bounce back after a difficult weekend in Portugal.
Yeah, it's a good place to start the first race, and I'm just going to conserve that position throughout the whole race. That's the whole idea.
It's the first weekend really that we've had warm conditions, and it looks like it's going to be hotter today than yesterday. How will that affect the tyres, do you think?
I don't really know how much it will affect it, but seeing the results from yesterday's free practice, it should be a good race. Not that bad.
What are your thoughts on the circuit? It looks fairly technical.
It's a really technical circuit, and it has a lot of fast corners, which I really like, and I just enjoyed my lap.
And how important do you think the boost zones are going to be here? It looks like they could play a fairly active role in the race tomorrow.
I noticed that the wind is blowing really hard, so it's going to affect with the boost strategy, but we see. Just have to pull a big gap, a comfortable gap, so nobody's in my boost zone, and that's about it.
All right, congratulations. Luciano Macetta, well done to you as well. Second place, but actually, from pole position, only one time has the race been won this year, so it's not the be-all and end-all here.
No, I think I'm happy to be in the front row. We had a bit of a difficult practice session yesterday, so it's good to have a good session when it matters. And my lap was clean, I was really happy with the lap, but Mihai just managed to pull something extra. So yeah, I'm going for it.
You're about 0.3 of a second away from the pole position time. There's more to come. Where do you think you can find that time?
Well, I knew that there was one good lap in the tyres, so I was a little bit careful not to mess up that lap, and then I went a bit backside on my lap just to see if I could, and it was faster. So I've definitely got time in the pocket, and I'll be using that in the race.
As me and I said, there's some very quick corners here, but you said to me yesterday that actually the lap time here is all about the technical tight section, the first sector.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get through the first sector at a decent pace, it's pretty much sorted for the rest of the lap. You can't ignore the rest of it. I think in racing, it's going to be, as always, it's going to be hard to keep up through the fast stuff. So the first sector might not be the big issue. It might be trying to stay as close as possible through the quick stuff to be able to use the boosters.
And finally, your thoughts on the tyres with a long race ahead in hot weather. Are you confident that it'll be okay?
Yeah, I think it'll be alright. This is obviously a lot hotter than it has been, so the degradation will probably be higher. But then again, there's a lot more grip in the track, so we should be sliding a lot less. I think we'll be fine. Maybe the last 5 laps might get a bit sketchy, but I think we'll be fine.
Okay, congratulations, well done to you. Daniel Mackenzie, well done as well for third place. Your best of the season, and really important time of the season to try and push on now and go for those podium finishes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit of a tough start for me. I've sort of had pace, I've had potential, but it just hasn't all strung together, which is, as the other guys have said, you've only got a lap in these tyres, and if you don't get it on that lap, then, well, that's your time gone, unfortunately. So, but yeah, this morning was pretty good. Could have had a lot more, I think, in the time overall, but yeah, P3's not a bad start.
Yeah, you set the time fairly early on, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't have an onset of tyres that were in any decent condition at all to go out on first part of qualifying. So it seemed a bit pointless just batting around on tyres on a slide and just be completely useless. And so what I did do is I thought, right, just go straight out on new tyres, so waiting around and did a bit of clear air and just push.
Is it a bit easier in a sense this weekend because the weather's been a bit more consistent than we had at Portugal?
Yeah, I mean, you've always got to adapt to the weather, but I think here, because it is hot, the tyres do go off very quickly. So you've got one lap of fantastic grip, and then it drops off the end of the cliff. So I think the race is going to be very important.
So you have to nurture those tyres in the race?
Yeah, it's all going to be about making sure you don't push too hard. And some of the other guys do push too hard, and by the end of the race, they're going to be absolutely nowhere. So I might just watch these guys have a little bit of battle to start off with, let them cook their tyres and have them at the end of the race.
And finally, you're in a good position to be able to use your boost in this race?
Yeah, obviously being behind the car, following them, you obviously got the boost enabled there. As you said, only one person's won from the pole, so there's plenty of luck and chances there still.
Mihai, final word to you. That's a fairly tight corner at the start of this race, so it is very important not to be stuck in the middle of the pack here in this weekend.
It does help starting in the first position on the front row, so I should get a decent start. Some practice starts yesterday, so pretty happy with the conditions I'm in.
Okay, boys, well done, congratulations.